Guys, take a look at this. This is what our characters are going to look like once we have them all unboxed and we've done a review on every single one of them. I'm so excited to show you. So please guys, click on the subscribe button below. Click on the little bell for notifications so you can be alerted when we have a new video out. And please comment below which one of these figures is your favorite and where you're watching from. So guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, and one more thing, we're about to celebrate our 1-year anniversary with Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. So to celebrate, we're gonna have all these great videos for you, and one of them coming up real soon is an interview that we have with Jim Meskimen, who does the voice of Ultron on the animated series Marvel's Avengers Assemble, among a million other things. So you're gonna wanna watch that. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, friends, to Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. Tonight, I'm so excited because we have Wave 2 of the Avengers Infinity War series. This one has Thor, it has Black Widow, Ant-Man, Marvel's Wasp, Malekith, and Marvel's Black Knight. You're able to build Cull Obsidian with all these, and let me just tell you, these characters look amazing. Now, if you want my initial thoughts after seeing this, I'll tell you that, well, first of all, Ant-Man and Wasp did not come out in Infinity War, so they're kind of just here to promote their new movie, because that's going to be coming out shortly. And then 5 and 6 with Malekith and Marvel's Black Knight, I could have done without those. I really would have preferred Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive for the movie, because that would have completed the Black Order. We would have had tons of just great characters. And so since these were not in Infinity War, and neither were these, that would have been really awesome for me. Anyway, I still love the fact that we have these four. I love the fact that we're able to build him, and so I'm really excited. And so above all, the fact that we have Stormbreaker here definitely makes this all worth it. And let me first give a shout out to our friends Robert and Eddie at Think Geek. Thanks guys for always hooking us up so much. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, before I get started, let me make sure I read the back. When the state of the universe is thrown into chaos, Thor sets out to protect Earth and beyond. Isn't that the truth? So, I'm sure you've seen the movie. Thor was incredible in this movie. He was unstoppable. Now, that being said, of course, he was stopped at the beginning and left for dead. But once Guardians of the Galaxy recovered him, he was on a mission. And he was so incredible. He was awesome in the movie. So, look how great this looks. Before we even take it out, you'll notice he has both eyes. I was checking to see if they were different colors like in the movie. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're both blue. Alright, so let's take out this arm from Cull Obsidian first. Look how huge it is. Looks really cool. Looks like it has a single joint here in the elbow. And the arm doesn't look like it, hand doesn't look like it goes back and forth, but anyway, we'll set this aside for now, and let's take out Thor. Just shove the tape right through here. Wow, okay, first of all, let's see. There's no movement at the waist, so that's unfortunate, because it'd be nice to have this that crunches up and down and still have the waist movement, which is very common for characters like this. Here, let's see the arms. We got pretty standard arm movement. Okay, it's a little tight, but prefer a little tight than loose. Okay, we got double joints right here, so that's good. The wrist goes back and forth. I'm liking that. Okay, we got 2 sets of hands. Look, he's ready to box. Okay, he doesn't box. Alright, and the head's got really good movement here. Goes pretty far back too. Pretty far down. That looks really cool. I am Thor, son of Odin. Alright, and his outfit looks great. The pants, the boots, all the detail in this character look amazing. I'm sure you can tell that from there. So, I'm really liking this figure. And even though it doesn't come with a ton of accessories, the singular most important accessory is this Stormbreaker. I'm gonna take this off because this is unnecessary. Stormbreaker is just cool in and of itself. Made Mjolnir look like just a little plaything. The fact that this, it's like half hammer and half axe, couldn't even be stopped by the Infinity Gauntlet. That was incredible. It just came right at Thanos. So this looks great. It's not holding it real well, I guess, because the thumb is like this. So I guess let's put it in the left hand and let's see if that helps. I guess a little bit. So this looks really cool here. I wish we had more hands to switch out. We don't. Let's give a more dynamic pose. I've been in the legs. Looks like it twists here and it has a double joint for the knees. This looks pretty awesome. And I think that looks really cool. And even though this goes around Stormbreaker, had it there, it looks like it twists here, so you can still put it around the wrist if you want, which would be really cool. See if I can get it to cooperate. That looks really awesome to me. Tell me you don't think that looks cool. So yes, yes, and yes. Stormbreaker looks amazing. So I'm definitely loving this character. Alright, let's move on. What do you say to that? Next, we have... Oops, dropping stuff. Next, we have Black Widow. And this is Black Widow with the blonde hair from the movie Infinity War. Of course, it's very different. And here, this one comes with the waist torso of Cull Obsidian. So we have a couple of... I'm not real sure what that is. I know that these are hands, so fists, but I'm not real sure what these thingamajigs are. But anyway, alright, so an agent of espionage, an expert in hand-to-hand combat, Black Widow is trained to take out any enemy of justice. So this looks really cool here. Let's get her open. Alright, cool. And so, first glance, what great detail. We got a weapon here. Let's take out our Cull Obsidian part. It's upside down. Interesting. Alright, so this is, looks like this goes on the shoulder, right? Got the chest, the torso, and the top of the legs or the hips. So this looks like it's going to be really huge, especially in comparison to, look. Okay, we'll set that aside for now. And let's take her out. Oh. Why is this really... Oh, look at that. This tricked us. This one has rubber bands, clear ones. That's different. Not something we encounter very often with Marvel Legends. So, alright. Looks like we got good mobility in the arms. And like most female characters, it only has a single bend in the elbow, which this one actually bends a little further back than the normal ones. So I can at least appreciate that. It's got good head mobility, I guess because its hair's short. And this jacket does not look like it comes off, which is interesting because it's not permanently affixed either. It's kind of just like loosely on top, but it does not... Oh, it does come off. Look, from the side. That's interesting. Or at least it looks like it could. Maybe it doesn't. Anyway, perhaps it does, perhaps it doesn't. We can take a look at that a little closer because it doesn't say. And it looks like it. I guess if we really tried really hard, we could get it. This, you'd have to remove the head. And we could probably lift the arm and slide this right off. Looks like it's going to be more trouble than it's worth, but just for the sake of knowing our character, it can come off. Alright, look at that. Still has the outfit underneath. Has some sort of belt right here, and still has great detail underneath that. Alright, so I can pop that on quickly. If not, we'll just move on. just get this right over the head. Of course, I don't want to tear this. And boom. Cool. Let's seal this back up right here just by popping that in place. And looks like we got a pretty good quality character. Nothing's loose. Things are moving really well. Move at the hip. No, we don't. It's moving up there. Just give the illusion of hip because of the fact it's got this jacket. So at least it has some movement here and there. So this character is looking pretty good. This belt is not permanently affixed, but it is attached here, which is interesting because this moves, but this is still attached here. That's different. Alright, let's get our weapons out. Wow, okay. So these are supposed to be straight, but because they're plastic and they were kind of just shoved in there, a little warped. So it looks like we make one big, like almost like a bow staff, and then it comes off for her to use them individually. So that's cool. Get these little fists out. Ah! I almost lost one. Alright. Okay. Nothing really out of the ordinary with these fists. And I'm not 100% sure what this is. Alright. So clearly it's a weapon. Guys, you're gonna have to help me out here because tell me what these are in the comments. But it definitely has a holster for them, right? Perhaps. These go here. Maybe, maybe not. Well, since not usually unsure what accessories we have, we'll just put them there and I'll take a look afterwards, see if I can do a little research, find out what exactly those are. And like I said, guys, if you want to tell me in the comments below, that'll definitely be a huge help. So this character looks great. Got great face detail. Got great jacket. Look at this. The zipper looks amazing. Like of all things, the zipper, right? Look at that. Character looks pretty amazing. Alright, and let's have her holding these. I don't think we really need to change the hands right now, right? Unless you really want me to, but I think we can just move on. Let's have that out like that. Have this out like this. And I think we can once again get a more dynamic pose. The legs and the feet are tremendously smaller than other characters because Black Widow's just not a big person. So this looks really cool. Let's set her over here. Ooh. Haven't really got her to stand quite well yet on her own. Just leave her here then. Still looks great. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Next, we have Ant-Man from the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. Alright, it says Scott Lang suits up as Ant-Man with a specialized suit engineered by PIM Technologies that lets him blast into any battle, big or small. Man, look at the detail on the back of this. So this is going to be part 3. It's going to have the left leg apparently here. Right over here, and look how huge that leg is. I'm digging the fact that it has the mask and him smirking right here. So let's get this bad boy out. Let's get him out of here. And this looks amazing first glance. Look how huge this leg is. Boom, comes up to his chest. Alright, setting that aside. And looks like a little plastic thing covering the mask. Alright, let's get Scott Lang out. Cool. And then what side is this on? Oh, it's got a little thing to release it. That's pretty awesome. Definitely don't mind the extra protection there. And alright, let's take a look. This is a little looser than I would have hoped, but it still stays. Let's see, head's got good movement. We do have a waist, finally. That can turn on one of them. We have double jointed elbows. Let's see. Arms move up pretty well. This right one is giving me a little bit of trouble. There we go. Looks like I have to turn it to be able to move it up because then it gets stuck. Alright. Well, And it's snapping. It shouldn't be snapping. That's unfortunate, because that means it's grinding somewhere. Alright, so this character definitely looks awesome. Let me say that. Look at this. Let me get it to zoom in right here. And let's see if this... oh, okay. I thought it was a mask that just pops right on, but it doesn't. Well, technically it does, but we have to take the head off and replace it with this. This looks pretty awesome. Look at that. This... oh no. This is just because it's been settling. This should straighten out a little bit because it's been smashed in that case. So let's see if we can remove that. Just twist the head off. Put that on. What do you think? Leave the helmet on or put the head back on? Say leave the helmet on. Let's leave it like that for now. Cool. Let's bring that on there. Let's give him a... man, he's definitely not super tall. And let's give him a super rockin' pose. Always ready to jump into action is what I'm saying. Alright, cool. So let's take a closer look at the legs. Got a good paint job. Got definitely great detail. Double joints, the knees. Just the detail I can't say is gorgeous on this character. And the detail on the suit. I love almost everything about this character. Alright, cool. Let's put him right here. That looks awesome. Alright, and moving on to our next character, which is Marvel's Wasp. Now, at first glance, I didn't even notice there's wings back there. I mean, obviously Wasp has wings, but they just kind of blended into the back, so I was like, wow, okay, so we're going to have, when she has her wings put up. Nonetheless, this looks outstanding. We have an extra head here. We have Cull Obsidian's head. We have some other details like other hands and so on. So let's get her open. Alright, cool. This looks great at first glance. Oh, look. This one has the wings in its own little thing. Let's pop that out. Let's take out Cull Obsidian's head. Wow, this looks like it's got great detail on it. Look at this. Looks like an insect. Looks outstanding. Cool. Alright, let's pop her out. Let's bring her arm down. Let's twist her wrist back the direction it should be in. And this definitely looks like the suit at the end of the first Ant-Man, right? When he was showing her. And she's like, it's about time. Alright, look, we got great detail on this suit. If this would have looked like in the movie, and it definitely does, then this is going to be a really cool suit. So this is where we have, where I believe is, okay, just going to attach right here. Boom. And look at that. They move. That's really cool. That's actually really cool. So, I know it's kind of hard to see because it's white over here, but look at that. That looks outstanding. They go up, they go down. That's awesome. So, we can remove this. And I guess this is supposed to be what it looks like when the wings are put away, right? And then they probably pop out. That's really cool. Let's take your other head out. Oh, this one has a rubber band too. Ooh, it's making it hard to get it out. Alright, and it's double wrapped or something. Triple wrapped. Okay. And this looks like some pretty good detail on this Evangeline Lilly head. What is it, green eyes? Okay, and the reason I'm liking that it has a ponytail, which I'm sure the character probably does in the movie, but because it allows for less restriction when moving the head. It allows you to move the head more free, up and down and so on. That's something that's really cool about it. Let's see, of course, the arm isn't going to go any further than that, which I do definitely regret, because I wish we could have it move more dynamically. It does go this way in and out. The arms do move at the wrist, but they don't bend in any further than that. That's a huge disappointment, because that's not even 90 degrees. 90 degrees would still be this way. So that's extremely disappointing with how well everything else is. Turns right here. We got really good movement on the legs and the ankles and the feet, and so all that looks good. Everything is great about this character, except would like it to crunch a little bit better in the abs. You know how I feel about that. Move at the waist, and that way when you turn, the rest of the look, because that looks super awkward. Although you're able to have the movement, you know, your abdomen still being over here, you want this to turn at the waist. So, and then of course the biggest downfall is the fact that this single joint right here is restricting movement. So let's see what we got here. Let's take these hands out. Well, that was an easy piece of tape to remove. Alright. So this looks great. All we gotta do is twist the hands out. I don't know if I dig hands that are like this, so I'll put them on real quick. We encountered this with Marvel Songbird, right? We didn't like just having like the I'm gonna slap you hand. It's also the I'm gonna flip a pancake hand, or give me a couple bucks hand. I don't know if I'm digging this hand. So it would be nice if it was a karate chop hand if the thumb was in, but the thumb's not in, so it's still like in a grabbing motion. So because of that, I'm gonna say forget those hands, and let's go back to the fist. One hand, one fist? Maybe. It's like, everyone calm down. Nope, double fist. Nope, let's go with both fists. So, that looks good. I'm definitely digging that, and you know what? I was gonna leave that there because we can't see it so well. But, nah, we'll put the wings out. And all of the helmet. Oh, you know what? I didn't even see how good there was detail in the eyes. Look at that. Alright. Although they did a good job with his head, let's make her match with her wasp helmet. And she has blasters, don't forget that. Let's put her right here. That looks awesome. Alright, moving on. We have two characters left and then our Build-A-Figure. So now we have Malekith. Malekith, I'll tell you what, my first impression isn't great. This looks really weird. So when we get it out, hope it looks greater. But, alright, so the ruler of the Dark Elves of Svartalfheim, Malekith the Accursed, uses dark magic to bring vengeful destruction to the universe. Well, let's get him open. I'm not sure I'm digging the way it looks. I know I just said that a moment ago, but hopefully this character will change my mind once we got him out. Wow! First of all, look at the accessories we got here for Cull Obsidian. We got the other arm. Oops. If I can get it out. The other arm for Cull Obsidian. Looks great. Oh, huge too. Boom. Setting that aside. And then one of the weapons for Cull Obsidian. This feels solid, not like some of the other ones that bend. Set that aside as well. And so let's get our dark elbow. And his, wow, this is a pretty bendy sword. Another singing sword. Okay, let's get this out of here. And so, I don't know if I'm digging the curls on this character. The half and half face, not a fan of. It looks cool there. Perhaps looks cool there. I'm not sure I like the half and half. Half and half looks funny. Alright, so difference on this one right away is that it moves here. And let me see. And it moves at the hip. So the hip and the shin. So that gives more articulation. Does move at the hip. Like that. Moves here. Crunches in the abs. Then the head's got pretty good mobility. Looks like there's less restriction on the arms. And whatever this is, oh, this looks like it can come off. So, alright, looks like this shoulder action can come off. But, I don't know about this skirt. So we have this little like fanny pack pouch. I guess that's critical to the character, I guess. I was hoping there was a way to get this skirt off so it could be like kind of more scary instead of, this looks very circus gestury to me. So if it weren't for the fact that we were building Cull Obsidian, I don't know if I'd be a big fan of buying this character, you know? Alright, this sword, jagged edge sword, is definitely outstanding. Yeah, I take it back. Looks outstanding and is very low quality. Looks like it's almost gonna tear just by trying to roll it in his hand. You have to roll it in there like this. Okay, so well, the weapon makes him look a little bit more fierce, but this looks like a costume Halloween wig as opposed to cool hair. Nonetheless, an important figure so that we can build Cull Obsidian. Sorry, I don't want to spend much time like on this one because there's not a whole lot great about it. I'm not a big fan of that paint job, not a big fan of the half and half, not a big fan of the man skirt. I'm a big fan of that. I mean, guys, the fanny pack looks alright. These bracelets, shoulder pads, just, I mean, the character design is just, may not be necessarily that the toy is not amazing, because the toy probably looks pretty good compared to the character. But if you don't have a black hand here, like the black face, that's interesting. And then right here, blue and blue, that matches. So I'd prefer this character been all blue on the skin. The hair combed a little differently, but anyway, nonetheless, let's move on from that one. That one was not my favorite. Alright, we have our last character here, which is Marvel's Black Knight. This one definitely looks a lot more cool than the last one. It's even got a cool, almost like Hunger Games symbol right there. Oop, almost got ahead of myself. An expert horseman and superior swordsman, Black Knight has a checkered history as a powerful combatant with no clear allegiances. Well, this one looks cool from the outside, so hopefully when we get him open, he looks even more cool. Let's see what we got. The detail already looks outstanding. So we got different heads or helmets or so on. So let's make sure we got the other leg of Cull Obsidian. Once again, look how tall he's gonna be. Boom. Okay, set that off to the side. Let's pull our knight out. Okay. So Black Knight, we got a cape here that kind of just pops right off. It's got a little peg to go in there. It's soft and it doesn't really stay in like super sturdy, but I guess that's not a big deal because you can take it off. So he's got a really cool like outfit, the details. This is almost like the Serpent Society character we had. That's kind of what it looks like with a different paint job. I am digging these gloves. These like throwback old school gloves. The good wrist movement. I like that we can move at the waist. Crunches here at the abs. We've got some good mobility on here. This also moves here and here. Oh, this one's super tough. There we go. Just had to loosen it up a bit. The boots are super cool. Very Pirates of the Caribbean-y. Look at this huge belt. He's got his own little fanny pack action going on here. Oop, that came off. Ah, no big deal. Alright, let's get this huge, awesome broadsword out. I'm really liking the sword. I wish it wasn't bent, but of course, you know, this is soft plastic and it's just been sitting in there, which I'm sure we can make go straight after a little while. That wasn't a great hand for it. Let's put it in this hand, which has a better fist. So this looks good. Let's see. shoulders aren't really wanting to move super a whole lot. So, okay, these look more like wings, right? Almost like dragon wings or fish. But looks cool. Let's see what other heads we got here. These are kind of cool. So I guess we have this one, which looks a little bit more like luchador. Let's pop the one up, pop this one on, and I guess this is the same one, same way. I'm sorry. So you tell me, which head do you prefer on there? You can try them all out. Yeah, this one, which actually looks pretty cool. Whoa, that came off a little easier than I hoped. All right, this still works. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't look as fierce. His neck's super long. And let's see this one. This one's got an eagle on the top. Almost kind of Mad Mardigan-y when he had that like black flowing hair on top. This still looks fierce. I don't know if I like the execution of the eagle. Now, that eagle or whatever it is does look cool. Let's see if I can get it close up. Maybe it's not an eagle. There we go. Matches here. So, I mean, it's a cool idea. I don't know if the execution carried it out well. So let's put back the original head. Probably the best. Let me know what you think. I don't like that the shoulders are kind of tough to move. But otherwise, this character it's pretty awesome actually. I'm liking it. And it looks like the sword can fit in right here. Let's make sure. Yep, sure can. So that looks cool. Let's put it back in his hand. There we go. And so that looks pretty cool. Let's bring this right over here. Alright, let's put his cape back on actually. See if that helps. Yep. There we go. Set him right there. Move his heads aside. And now for the main event. Dun, 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 dun. We have Cull Obsidian. Here we are with, let's make sure we put the correct leg on the correct side, right? The correct arms. Oop, some dust left over here. We have the huge, this hammer weapon, and we have the head right here. So, let's get started. I can't wait here. So as always, let's start with the head. Oop. This is a little bit looser than I was anticipating. Ooh, it's kind of fighting me. There we go. Heard the snap. But, wow, okay. So it kind of allows us to move back and down and look up and down while the neck's still moving. That's really cool. So good job on that. Kudos that we can move the neck back and forth and up and down. That's a great job. Alright, so since this looks like it's gonna pop out, well, it's not a big deal because it's got a hole right here that goes into. And a hole back here that it goes into. Right? So let's get the shoulder action going. Just pop that into place. I didn't hear a snap, but it sounds like it's in there. Or feels like it's in there, I should say. Let's put this in here. That one didn't snap either. But it's quite alright. Alright, alright, alright. Now, let's just get his leg on here. And just confirming that that's the big toe over here and the little toe over there. So we don't accidentally put the wrong leg on the wrong side. Okay. There we go. Since I moved it off to the side, didn't pay attention. And there should be a slight click when you put the legs on, but there wasn't. Fist back on. And there we go. I have to move this up so you can see because he's huge. Look at that. This looks outstanding. This guy was almost unstoppable in the movie. Even losing his arm didn't stop him being stranded in like Antarctica or whatever. That didn't stop him. He just kept coming until finally the Hulkbuster destroyed him. So, but then it still took the arm propelling off to stop him. Okay, so it's kind of difficult to get this in his hand. But there we go. And look how huge and beefy this guy is. Let's see, he's also kind of top heavy. And that looks pretty awesome. So, I'm kind of curious how he looks next to the Hulkbuster. Give me a second. Alright, let's move him right here. And I wonder if this is... the size is in good relation to the movie. Because look at that. Perhaps. Let's bring this a little further down so we can get a little better understanding how epic this guy is. Turn the head so you can look here. Turn this head so you can look there. I love this Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster that was from the past that we had. Still looks so awesome, so mean. I'm glad the Hulkbuster continues to come out in the Marvel movies because it just looks so awesome. Anyway, let's get Hulkbuster out of here. Let's focus back on our characters from this set. And let's bring them out here. Let's have Thor over here. That looks awesome. So guys, thank you so much for watching Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. We've had a great time with you here today. Please subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed yet. Click on notifications so you can be alerted when we have a new video out. And comment below which character was your favorite. Let us know which one you liked and where you're watching from. And I want to let you know that we have plenty more great videos that you can see from our channel. So click on more and we'll see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.